What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new video, and this one is gonna be a Travis Scott Road to Utopia number 16. This one is probably gonna be the longest one I'm gonna have in a while, so you guys might have to stick in here. For this one, we're gonna be talking a lot more so on the sales side of the album and basically the negotiations and everything that's surrounding Utopia on the basically just the sales, the streaming and everything like that, and some features that are possibly on Utopia. So let's go straight into it.
And they gon' come through, not me.
So first off, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you guys. Every video you guys are commenting. I want to say thanks to everybody in the Discord. You guys are always sending in theories, some news that are just dropped. I just want to say thank you guys. This channel is way more easier to run with you guys helping me, so I just want to say thank you to that. And second of all, I want to say thank you to Alex Melvin, who commented on the video. He basically commented, Billboard just allowed bundles again, and as long as it's a physical album. This rule starts June 30th, so there's no way Travis is dropping before that. Also, Westside Gunn, who did Lost Forever, obviously we know that, will be dropping on the 23rd of June, so that's another reason why Travis probably won't drop then. So that's very interesting. That was a good theory. I kind of was like, hold on, wait, let's check out that first part. Billboard recently did just announce that they are changing the rules with bundles and how all of that works. They came out a few days ago and it announced a fan pack kind of thing. So basically, I'm just gonna run it down with you guys. So you can basically start selling your merch now with your album, but the thing is, you have to have the physical copy of the album with the merch that you're selling. A digital download with the merch, they do not count that. The other stipulation that they added as well is that if you sell them on the web store, each item must be sold separately on the web store. Basically, in summary, artists were allowed to attach bundles to their albums, so then whenever an artist like Travis, for an example, with Astroworld, he sold 550k total sales, but really it was actually like, I don't know, like 300k actual sales, and then 200k with the tickets, meet and greets, and all these different things that were added to it. So obviously that really isn't really fair. I mean, you can't really say you're selling your album when more than half of the sales are not even really connected with the album. They're kind of like add-ons. Billboard were seeing that and how artists were abusing that, so they kind of cut it out and they basically said, okay, you guys can add your merch, you just cannot add ticket sales, meet and greets, all these other add-ons that don't really make sense with your music or with really what your fans really want connected with the album. So they're only allowing merch to be sold with your CD or any type of physical copy anymore. So in my opinion, I think it's a good thing because music really is going in a different direction now. Now it's way more of how much you can attract more so than what you're producing. So with this news being said, Billboard did announce that this will take effect on June 30th. So this is really not the most ideal thing for Travis, because we all know, we've been all speculating that the 23rd of June is when we're expecting Utopia to come out. And obviously Travis is a streaming behemoth and he's a sales behemoth, so he's always going to be taking a look on the sales and what's happening in the market. So this could really, I really do think this is going to affect Utopia, unfortunately. But if I'm being honest, it's only one more week. I mean, it's literally just the next week after that he could drop when the whole things take effect. But the one thing as well that I also need to note is that maybe he prepared something beforehand for the whole streaming and sales thing, but it's kind of weird as well because Billboard did also mention that you have to go to Billboard or Illuminate before you drop your merch or any of that, so then they can approve of it. So I don't know how they're going to be doing all this. This probably kind of screwed up a lot of sales plan that they were planning on. If I had to guess, when do I think Utopia is going to come out with this information being presented now? I would honestly say the 30th. In my opinion, I still think we're still going to get the project before July or somewhere in like the first weeks of July. I don't see us going through the summer without the album. The next thing we're going to be talking about is some label trouble. Travis and Sony have been negotiating for the past few months for a new deal. According to Hits Daily Double, the deal and the negotiations in general have just impassed and they have not reached an agreement. And this one is very interesting because we did kind of talk about this a few weeks ago with Larry Jackson and Gamma with their whole offer with Travis and seeing how things are not going too well with Sony and a negotiation. So we did kind of see this one coming. In my opinion, if I was Travis, I would honestly not sign talking to Sony again. According to the Hits Double Daily, they also mentioned that the whole Astrofest incident is really kind of didn't help the negotiations a lot. Sony really have doubts with Travis now on his popularity with that whole incident that happened, and I think they're rightfully so as a business would have doubts after something like that happens to you. But at the same time, like, if you look at the statistics, Travis has only gotten bigger since the whole incident has happened. So if you really look at the statistics, they should be getting more money in their pockets. But at the same time too, they might be having also doubts because Travis has not released a project 5 years, and it's kind of different now. 5 years ago releasing projects now, I'm gonna say that's not way too different, but it's a little bit different. So maybe they're having a lot of doubts right now with Travis. I don't know, man. Honestly, I really don't even like Sony. They be copywriting my videos all the time, so I don't really give a fuck about Sony, to be honest. Travis, you might as well go sign a Gamma or go sign to someone, or honestly, man, just sign to yourself, go independent. Honestly, if you went independent, like we did talk about how Drake signed his 500 million deal, I think last year, and beforehand people were talking about if Drake goes independent, that's really gonna change up the whole label game. And obviously he didn't go independent. I was kind of disappointed he didn't, because honestly it would have been insane if Drake went independent, and that would have made a little bit of a domino effect. I mean, imagine if Drake goes independent and then Travis goes independent. I mean, that would be fucking hell for the labels. But now the next thing we're going to talk about is Mrs. Sizza. So apparently Sizza randomly on a random day just goes on her Instagram and she posts a selfie of her, and well, not a selfie, but she posts a mirror pic of her and she captions it Utopia with emojis. Now obviously this would be not really anything. I wouldn't give a shit if someone that she collaborates with a lot has an album called Utopia coming out in just about a month. This got me speculating. I put it in Discord. One of the guys said this is apparently one of her songs that she has that she's releasing on SoundCloud. I go on SoundCloud, I go on YouTube, there's nowhere to be seen. I search up Utopia Sizza, there's nothing connected with her with Utopia. I think she might have a feature or have any contribution to Utopia, so hopefully she's on Utopia. Honestly, the low was pretty fire, only with the Travis ad-libs. Obviously Love Galore was amazing, so love Sizza on Utopia as well. Travis Scott was in Miami and he played a new verse from a song that's already been out since October. It's called A Lick of Stew from Lil Blessing, and honestly I've never heard the song in my life until he played it.
If you in my section and you know this motherfucker, tenfold. When she drunk in the boat, I swear I feel like Jack Sparrow. Okay, turn this to me and we'll push no in inside of this door. Yeah, when she taking them shots, I swear she threw the numbers low. Okay, my twins, so we go down on the bridge. No, someone's got that in this bitch, just like the bed mode. No, you like the best, but no, you got hands up. What time it is? It's shot o'clock. Shots, that's eight shots, that's eight shots.
Yeah, so apparently this is going to be a remix that he's going to be on with Kodak Black, and I really didn't hear too much of the verse. Hearing from how the song goes, I'm going to be interested in what Travis has to do on this one, because it's not really a typical Travis song. Not only he debuted a new verse at the club, but he actually debuted some new Travis Scott shoes, well, some Travis Scott x Nike shoes, and these ones are actually extremely interesting. You guys might not really recognize these ones, but these are some very retro Nike Mac Attacks, and these actually have not been in stock for 40 years. It's been since 1983. I'm pretty sure they have not been in stock. They were designed for the famous tennis player John McEnroe, but I don't know what really happened. These shoes were really good. They kind of went disappearing for a few years, and the past few weeks, well, I won't say weeks, but there was a photo with Travis Scott wearing them, just the original versions, and yesterday at the club we did see a new updated Travis Scott version of those exact same shoes. And like we did say with the olives that he released about 2 weeks ago, there were rumors that those are going to be the last Nike lows that he's going to be collabing with Jordan. We didn't really know where else he's going to be going shoe wise. We did know he has the corporations that weren't really in the whole Nike Jordan lineup, so he did have other shoes with Nike planned, and these ones, honestly, I'm actually very excited he picked these ones because these are amazing, very retro, some OGs. Hopefully he releases them soon, or maybe those could be part of a Utopia rollout possibly later on in the future. We don't know. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's been Daniel,